So good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine.
That's
Better
great.
than previous.
Better than before.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm.
How are you better? I'm sure you've spent some time with your family today.
No, by teaching others, no, you also come to know that something you have to see for your also. So after that first house I seen, okay, my purpose of life is this dharma, because major planets are in dharma. So I have to
Very
spread
nice.
the knowledge, that means. So
Okay.
that I have checked between.
That brings me to the next house. So no surprise to viewers that today we are going to do the second house. Second house is the house where our heart is
Yes.
set.
Mm.
Because on one side is family, on the other side is wealth.
Yeah.
And I think as when we finished our studies, and even studies to a certain extent, the beginning of the studies, right? So when we have finished our studies, we start working, we start accumulating of wealth, we start our family. So our heart and soul remains in the second house from a very young age to a very late age.
Yes.
So sir, today you have to give us some knowledge on the second house.
See, second house, as you described, there are wealth, family, so many things. But the basic thing from second house is that family values. These are very important things. Whenever you are passing through your second dasha, Mahadasha, no, then only you will realize what is the importance of second house. Because by that time you are too much connected and attached with your family.
Correct.
And that is a halfway when you are leaving the family and entering into the finance.
Yep.
See, in my one of the video I said that there is a golden principle, from one house at a time, one result.
Correct, you have said
You are
that.
only able to get one result at a time. Two things cannot be simultaneously get. So
But
happens-
everybody wants both the things. I want money, I want my family, I want my family values.
Not possible, no. So that is why what happens, that people, those who are very much in the good relation, they have to sacrifice money. If you don't
Okay.
sacrifice the money, means your relation will not be kept. You will not find a person having both the things simultaneously. It is very next to difficult, because Parashara has said seeds is only one. The Guru is a seed of the family and finance. He will grow only one tree and bear you only one fruit.
So Guru, which is your
Significant.
significator of the second house, Jupiter,
Yeah.
has only one seed.
Yeah. it's
And
only-
that seed can either give you a tree with
Yeah.
family or a tree with money.
With money. So both the thing you can't get together.
Mm.
See, for money, people are forgetting, for money there are so many other house. See, we call all Panafarasthana.
Correct.
Panafarasthana is 2, 5, 8 and 11. They all house is money. See, what are the second house money indicate? It indicate the common treasury. Your wealth of families. It's not your wealth.
Yeah.
People are misunderstood. See, either people can have a family, wealthy family wealth, either they have fifth house, means a speculative gain. Either they have a wealth from their ancestors,
Eighth house.
or either they earn from their own desire.
11th house.
11th house. So it can be either. Why you are only focusing second house?
So that
For
means
wealth.
one should only focus on family
Yeah.
for the second house.
See, family values, once the child grown up, no? Once the child grown up, once he starts speaking
Yeah.
words, ma, pa, ma, papa, whatever, mother, father, whatever they say, from that onwards his second house activated. Until
Correct.
unless he doesn't speak. See, normally that they start speaking since I believe 1 year, 1.5 year onwards. They start chanting, reciting small
Ma,
words,
pa,
ma, pa.
yeah.
So from there his second house start, and from where we start them giving guidance. So first language also comes second house. So whenever second house spoil, when it's spoil, no, when people doesn't have money, you'll find that his relation also spoil, his basic value, his moral value also gets affected.
Yeah.
So second house has to be very carefully be seen, because whatever things you are going in the future, facing future, suppose you are facing problems in relation in future, that time it was not a cause. The cause is in the second house, because you have not taught properly to how to maintain your relation. Today you face that problem.
So meaning to say that if my family is not
Yeah.
giving me the right values and the right teachings, which is seen from the second house, then in the future my relationship, which is from the seventh house, gets spoiled.
Yeah, every. So for second house is a very base root.
So that means if the second house is spoiled, even the seventh can be spoiled.
Seventh. Like
and various others, right?
Yeah,
but if it is well kept, the parents have taught you well, and your upbringing is good, then your relationship with other people is also going to be good. Because second house is also tongue.
See, by tongue only, see, people looks very well, but once they start talking, you'll realize, oh, he doesn't have values, or you will find, oh, he is so respected person.
So somebody can be beautiful with a bad tongue, and somebody who can be very ugly with a very nice tongue. It makes zameen asman ka farak.
So that is the difference between first house, second house. No? First house make your appearance, and second house how people judge you.
Correct.
So second house very important for basic. Even your teeth is not proper. If your teeth is also have decayed and everything, that means your relation is somewhere spoiled. So whenever your relation spoiled, just check whether your teeth is somewhere fixed. In our Hindu mythology, people say that during the talking, if your tongue comes in between and if it cuts, that means somebody has cursed you.
So this is about the second house. What about the signs which are placed in the second house?
Now we'll see one by one how the planet affects. See, now this is a general. People have to understand the planetary position, different planetary position. But if your second house is ruled by the sun, like you are Cancer ascendant, then your second house owned by the sun, Leo. So whenever the Leo is a second house, your families and your monies is very much famous. Means you have ample of monies and ample of good relation. They are very famous, and you get a very good family values from your family. So that is a very good indication. You see Sri Rama. His family and his all this wealth.
He's Cancer ascendant.
His Cancer ascendant. When moon is a lot of the second house. If you are in the Gemini ascendant, then the moon plays in the lot of second house. So your family is grown up with the, or your family's values grown up with the all type of emotions. So you also develop such type of emotion. So you also in the relation you are handling with the emotion. And while money also you have some sentimental or the emotional value. So that is a moon always related to emotion. Then it's a Mars. Now onwards all the 2 sign will appear. But we have to see what the sign is there. But if Mars is a lot of the second house.
So it's Aries or Scorpio.
Aries and Scorpio is placed in the second house. That means you have taught from the beginning to fight for the relation, fight aggressive, for the money, aggressive. That's Mars is a desire also and aggressive. So you always in the relation you are very hyper, you are very aggressive. You don't allow others. You always have to dominate them. So it's sometimes Mars spoil also. When we talk when Mars seated, it has a different result. But when Mars is owning second house, that means your money and this you don't allow the others.
You don't share with others.
You don't share others. You think that is for my. That's the aggression is always there. When Mercury is in the Lord of the second house, either your Gemini or the Virgo sign will place in the second house. That means your family is very intellectual. They all are studied very well. Their mind, application of mind is very much developed. And you also, while applying it to relation or applying to the money, you also apply the money. Mind. So it is a very good sign.
So your parents' intellect and your intellect is at a very high level.
And Mercury is also being karak of communication also. So your communication with your relatives, communication about your monies is also very good. So Mercury is very good.
So Gemini, being a dual personality, it's able to handle both.
But cannot keep both simultaneously.
Even there they have to.
He has to apply for one. So he will choose wisely. He will choose wisely.
But because he has the intellect to choose.
So he will always see the time. This time what is important? Money or relation. But not a two.
So even on a daily basis he will be able to pick and choose.
That is why people call manipulator, no?
So that means people who are with Taurus ascendant or with Leo ascendant.
They are the people. Now, whenever the Jupiter being in the Lord of the second house, being the Sagittarius or Pisces in your second house, that means you have a very grown and developed family.
Yeah.
You always value so much relations.
Yeah.
It is always expansion. Guru is a big planet. So your family is not ended with your first family. It will be cousins, everybody's matrimonial and patriarchal. Both the family. There's
So
a
it's
huge
expanding
family.
anyway.
So you always try to keep relation with your long relations also, long cousins, everybody. So that's also a good sign, but not when it plays, when you see.
What about Venus?
Yeah, Venus, as you know, Venus is a pleasure. So they are the people, you can say, is the selfish. When you see the Venus in the numerology called 6 number.
Yeah.
And 6 number, when you see 6 number, it's an image as a pregnant woman. So pregnant woman, carrying woman, is with the
it's selfish. She looks after herself.
They're selfish. She only know entire world as the child only.
Yes.
So like 6 Venus in the lordship of the second house, they always try to use their relation, use their money for pleasure. So they always recommend it. They always use their relation for pleasure. Whenever they want any pleasure, they call some cousins, their relatives. Come here, we'll share. Come here, we'll enjoy. So that's a good sign. But selfish. They will not allow go to others, because there they will think whether I get a pleasure or not.
Okay.
But for them pleasure, they always make the peoples around them.
Yeah.
And now last is a Saturn. Last is a Saturn. Saturn, see, it's a very good bonding, but its initial stage is very slow. Yeah. So whenever the lordship of Saturn is there in the second house, and in the second house, whenever Saturn is lordship, that means people always try to keep relations for the long period. They also use their money for a long period. So here what happens, that in others, your relatives always get bored out of you.
Yeah.
Why he is not giving immediate response? Sometimes it happens, no? They ask you something and you say, let me
think about it.
I'll tell you later. And then you forget. So that's a certain person, they try to keep relation for long period, but at the initial stage when it is required to give answer, they fail. Okay. So that is why Saturn, that way it is very important that certain people always has to keep relation alive.
Yeah, because even in your Saturn video you said that Saturn in the second house, the family will think that you're not doing anything for them. But actually you're doing. Yes. And then later on they realize
you are doing, but they realize at very end age.
Yeah.
Now we'll see all the planet place. Here is the lordship. Now we'll see how the planet place make the changes. When Sun plays in this house, I don't know whether it is exalted, own sign, whatever. That's a different story. But when Sun sit in the second house, your family is famous. Some of the award winners, some have some good. Now depending on the condition of Sun, whether they badly or good.
Yeah, of course. So it will be better or worse.
Better or worse. But Sun whenever plays, so your family is some or the other way famous.
And sir, anyway, these are all not in isolation.
Yeah.
They are across the chart, the placement of other planets, what is aspecting, Bhagavat Bhavam, so many different things.
Yes.
This is only in isolation.
Yeah, isolation.
I'll just get some water.
So whenever the Saturn being in the second, now Sun, whenever Sun is in the first house, that means your families are very much famous and you're able to know what are the values, and you immediately recognize others also. So it is very famous. Now when the moon is in the second house, so you always start your relation with the emotions and you end up with the emotion. So here there is a very much precaution that if your relations are not going well, just come out. Don't be involved still, because by putting emotions where there is nothing is coming out, that is bad.
Yeah.
So when moon is second house, one should be know if relations are not working, just hold, just stop. Don't waste your emotions.
Yeah.
Now whenever Mars is there, Mars is a very bad planet for second house, because it aspect in my Mars video also I said that whenever Mars is in the second house, it means that the people always have some problem in relation, because it aspect 5th house, it aspect is 8th house, and it aspect 9th house. So by just your tongue, because Mars being placed here, your tongue, your family, your all things are burning.
Yeah.
So you have a nature of saying something on the face.
High-handed attitude.
High-handed. You will feel that okay, what's wrong in this?
Yeah.
You give the answer,
correct.
but that answer somebody will cut the relation.
Yeah.
So Mars will not those who have this type of temptation, just see to it that you are spoiling your future also, and you are spoiling your child also. Is aspecting fifth house also.
Fifth house, ninth house, 11th house.
The eighth house.
So what is the remedy, sir? Then you should
and
be.
one has to donate the Mars thing and to reduce it.
So pray to Ganpati,
Lord Ganesha,
and
use that masoor. I don't know, red.
Oh, the orange masoor.
Orange.
The lentil. It's called basically dal.
Yeah.
Orange color lentil.
Okay.
Yeah.
That has to be fed to cow, so that mass gets reduced.
Okay.
It's a good remedy for mass.
So should you soak it and feed it to the cow?
Yeah. So that it will be digested and be eaten by them.
Okay.
Now, whenever Mercury is there, it is a very tactful planet, because he tried to manipulate. He's very
politically correct.
Yeah, politically. You speak very softly so that you manipulate the relation. In money also, you manipulate the money also. So they are a good people. They always like to keep good relation. They are using their brain. Sometimes you'll see the group leader in WhatsApp, and you'll find Mercury in second house, because they always try to keep relation.
I think I better check all my WhatsApp groups now.
So Mercury is very good for the communication. They gives a very good effect. Now Jupiter being a good planet, it doesn't give good result. Being the rule of the Parashara, Karaka Bhavanasha. So being Karaka of second house, if Jupiter plays in the second house, it expands everything. If you expand your income, it will expand your relation. Once your income increase, so many relatives comes and
they want a share.
Yeah, they want a share. So it expand everything. So you will not able to enjoy your things. So many relatives, because of the huge family burden or huge family obligation, you will not able to save money and enjoy the money. So Jupiter being Karak Bhavana, it not give good result in second house. Now Venus, again I said you that Venus is a very selfish nature, short spoken. So this is one of the good planet in second house. So that what happens, that you can improve your relation by just sweetening the things. Whatever the worst thing is there, you can convert into the positivity. But it is not good for the male Venus in the second house.
Because you have said in the Venus video that Venus in the second house is not good for marriage.
Because being a Karak of a wife, plays it to 8th house. So what happens, due to your soft spoken and your language, your wife maybe get doubt that you have some
that
relation.
You're flirting with some other
So that precaution one has to take,
okay.
that thing should not lead to your family by affecting. Now Saturn is very good planet in second house, because it slowly gradually increase. You gradually in initial stage, whenever some families and relations will improve, when somebody comes to you, near to you, you slowly give response, but you take it into the mind for the life, because Saturn is always give result for the entire life. Till your life, you want to remain that relation, even though opposite people gives you response or not. You always try to give as much as you can give. So
Saturn elongates everything.
Yeah. So, but people always scare second Saturn, because it not allow you to spend the money.
Yeah.
Your relatives always try to take help from you, and otherwise they will not recognize you. Afterward, they will not recognize you. So people are scared about that. That Saturn should not be placed in second house. But because people don't want to carry relations for the life, no. He's a person that he likes to keep a relation for a long while.
Correct.
So that's all the planetary position. But the actual relation you have to see, you always have to see in the Navash.
Yeah. So tell us about how is it, what's the difference between the Lagna chart and the Navash chart?
What happened, whatever we have seen up till that second house in ascend in the Lagna Kundi, that shows the relationship outside, the physical person. But you never know what is there inside.
So that means what you are seeing in me is my Lagna.
Yeah, your Lagna.
And what I am from inside is my Navash.
Your Navash. So in second house, in Navash second house, if any malefic planet is situated, that means your family people have some malice in their mind.
Okay.
And they are on the face, they are good. See, second house by ascendant, it is good. In Lagna chart, second house is good. But in Navash, if second house affected, that means there is some decay in your relation, decay in your money. Your money is not properly utilized. Some or the other way it is spoiled. Or your relation and your relatives is not giving you as much respect from insidely as you give outsidely. So one has to have a good planet in the second house, not only in the ascendant but also in the Navamsa also. And also you have to see your second lord of the ascendant and Jupiter. Both should be placed well in the Navamsa. Anywhere, either Vargotami or Kendra, Trikon, whatever. But if it has
So you have to say this again.
see your second lord of your ascendant in your chart, second lord,
Yeah.
and Karaka Jupiter, they both have to sit good in the Navamsa.
Okay, because Karak of second
Yeah.
house is Jupiter.
And honor of the second
And
house
honor
has
of the
to
second.
place very well.
Okay, both of them.
So that what happens, they people which you see physically should internally also
Be
have
the
a
same.
good relation, same to same.
Okay.
So if not only second house of the Namas, but second lord and second Karaka of the Lagna chart should be placed well in the Navamsa, so that your relatives to whom you are banking on the face should have a good relation from inside also, by heart also.
Correct.
So that Namas also plays the internal roles, internal values, internal nature of that person. So it is very good to indicate.
Yeah. So very quickly,
Yeah.
what about the second dasha? I know you've said good things about second dasha, but a little bit on dasha.
Yes, second house also related to second dasa. This is a period where you shift from your relation to money. There's
From
a-
your childhood to adulthood.
Yeah. So what happened that this is the values now you are putting on the surface of the world. So second dasa is very important. If somebody is not getting good relation in his 50 or 60 age, this is not a planet. The planet was cause was the second dasha, because
Okay.
second dasha was not passed good. So at that time when you have to learn the family values, he has not taught you properly. That
Okay.
dasha has not give you the enough strength to understand the values of family. So I always request my viewers to see the second dasha. If second dasha is not good in your
Then the
child,
fifth dasha is not going to be good.
yeah, fifth dasha, and if second dasha is not good in your child, don't keep your child away from you. See, many people now use that babysitting.
Babysitting, hostels, so many
Yeah.
different things.
So what happens that if you put them in second dasa, if it that planet is not good, and if you are keeping them in this type of accommodation, later on when you need them, they will not give you.
Okay.
They will also put you into the old age home. Because now their term comes.
That's
So
right.
relation is barter.
Yeah.
Relationship is always barter. What
Absolutely.
you have done,
Yeah.
the same thing you will receive. So that is why second dasa is very initial, very important for the person to develop their financial status in the future and relation with the world.
Yeah.
Not only to the relatives, what a relation and the values of a relation you taught in the second dasa, that will reflect in your future. So one has to always care about the second
So
dasa.
this seems like the most important house because it's got money, it's got your parents, it's got your children because it's going to affect you in your fifth dasha, it's got your values,
As it is a asset, it is very much weakness in yourself. No, it is a weakness.
Correct, absolutely.
As a weakness. So you should not make this thing as a weakness in your future, then develop now onwards.
Correct.
Give-
And for parents to develop it in their children
Yeah.
at a very early age.
Yes, that is a precaution. I always say. So many parents come with this. He is not listening. Shall we put him the
Hostel.
hostels? I see. Second is a no. I say, if you put now,
Yeah.
then what will be your future?
Correct.
Because he will train, but he will keep in the mind that my relatives has kept me.
Yeah,
When I need them,
isolation.
they kept me aside.
Yeah.
So I will also do sometime when my turn comes. So it's always a request to the
Yeah.
parents.
Okay, sir, thank you so much. It's a very, very wonderful knowledge on the second house, and we'll be back on the third house pretty soon.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.